her moved into the work bay here. First things first, I think we're gonna pull the transmission and transfer case. Now, reason I'm doing this is because these motors, they weigh like 1,200 pounds. Like, it's insane how much they weigh. I'm not gonna be able to pull that whole clump out together, like engine, trans, T-case, that's not coming out together. So let's get the engine, transmission, transfer case pulled out separately. I think we'll be able to do the transfer case on the transmission. We'll try to do that today. So, what you wanna do, first step, is obviously to get rid of these drive shafts. Can't pull the transmission and transfer case if they're still attached. Plus, you want to make sure you don't forget the front one. Obviously, everything has a rear drive shaft, at least everything cool and worth your while working on, but if you want to be extra cool, you have two of them. This one goes to the front, but you got to pop them both off. We got a few more bolts to go right in here. Front one's off, and rear one's off. Drive shafts, both of them out. The next fun job, first of, well, not first, but next fun job of many fun jobs we're gonna have to do here. So we're gonna start cleaning out these shifters in the cab. Obviously, I already pulled the boots off. That's no big deal. This boot's kind of cool, kind of interesting. This boot bolts to this boot, which bolts to the floor. The next thing is we got to get rid of this this shifter here. So I'm gonna figure that one out, and I'll get back to you guys on it. Give me a few minutes, and we'll see what we can do. That shifter pops straight out of the tower, held in with a little snap ring, and there's two little adjustment screws on the outside. Mine were okay, didn't have to really mess with them. Just make sure your transmission's in neutral, and yeah, once the shifter is out, do not mess around with it. I can't imagine finding neutral again is going to be really nice without a shifter, so I'm going to leave that be, and we're going to head on to the underside of this truck and get at the cross member. All our shifters from up top, they are off. I've also got a bunch of these bell housing, or sorry, cross member bolts out. So basically, there's just two bolts on the cross member, way up top, pinched tight against the firewall up top there, holding the transmission to the engine. And then there's two bolts right here and right over there, holding the cross member in. So I apologize for the bad view here, but basically we've got 4 bolts suspending this entire mess. So I think it's about time that I actually put a jack under this thing, or a couple of jacks. And I don't have a transmission jack, so we're just gonna use 2 of these guys, and we're gonna ratchet strap the transmission to it and do it that way. So bear with me. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was a good sound. Oh my God. Oh, this is tricky. Oh yeah. Oh, I can feel it coming. Yep, there we go. Whoa. Oh my God, we're so close. Oh my God. Okay, final push, here we go. Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna do some strongman shit. Come on, baby. Look at this brilliant engineering. Yeah, this is the world I live in now. We're hooked on back here, and we're hooked onto the skid. So I'm just gonna start cranking these, and hopefully we can pull it out and back. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, and your bad ideas actually make sense. A little more on this side. Yep. Oh. Yep, we're out. Oh, look at that. The extraction is complete. Guys, all I can say is, what a mess. I think it goes without saying that taking apart crusty old trucks, it never goes to plan. So you have to improvise. I used ratchet straps. Probably not the best idea, but you get the idea. You do what you have to do to get the job done. Now, there's definitely better ways to do this. If you guys are in an actual shop, use tools. If you have a lift, use that. I'm laying on some dirt. I don't even have electricity out here. So hope that wasn't too gruesome or hard to watch for all of you, but transmission's out, transfer case is out. I cannot complain. We're on to the next step here, so that's good. Day 2, and if you're wondering how I feel like how I look. Why are first gen hoods so heavy? Want to show you guys what I'm doing here. So obviously we got a lot of connections, but what I like to do is I just like to go through and label them. Even if I'm not going to use this wiring harness, I just like to you know where things go, and if I ever need to come back for reference, it's right here. So obviously throttle cable. What I like to do is take some pictures of this stuff before I really rip it apart. Just wanted you guys to see sort of the process here. Label everything as you go. And take lots of pictures, because when it comes time to put this into your new truck or the new home for the Cummins here, you're going to want to know how to hook everything up. So it'll save you a lot of time, a lot of frustration. You don't have to search through forums on the internet if you've got photos on your phone. Okay, so everything's disconnected. Obviously transmission's out, ready to go. And it's probably time to start getting ready to pull the motor. Now it's definitely gonna rain today, so this is a tomorrow operation, but I want to get as set up as possible. My plan is to use the rafters in that shed, throw a tree saver over top, and then winch the motor out on a snatch block. So I'm getting creative. I've got to get this truck back into that shed, obviously not running and driving now. So we're about to play musical chairs with 2 trucks and a winch and not a lot of room to work in here. So enjoy. Yes, the old Suburban managed to push Old Red back into the location that we need her for tomorrow. So as you can see here, we got the tree saver hung up around the beams. We're gonna hang a snatch block, AKA just a pulley, off of that guy. We're gonna send the winch out of the front of the truck here, through the pulley, down into the engine bay. There's gonna be a trailer in between us here too. So the idea is I'll winch the motor up out of the truck, we'll push the truck back, push the trailer under the motor, and I'll just drop it down under the trailer. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I'll tell you guys, working on old trucks, you know, this isn't news to anybody, but they don't always come apart easy. This one hasn't been too bad at all, so no real complaints, but you guys have heard me say it like 8 times already. Everything is so heavy, so heavy. So it's killing me slowly, but you know, day 2, that's a wrap. Tomorrow, day 3, we'll pull the motor, after that, the only things we really have to do here is we'll grab both axles and grab the pedals out of this truck. And then I think we can actually get to work on this guy, which is gonna be super fun. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys tomorrow when we pull the motor. Day 3, guys. Let's get it. There you have it, everyone. Wow, this stuff, it's no joke. It's pretty heavy stuff. Now, I know it's all very basic, just unbolt it. You know, nothing hard, nothing fancy. No specialty tools, obviously. I mean, I just had hand tools, so nothing fancy going on here. That said, though, you gotta be prepared to lift this stuff. My original plan didn't work. We were gonna tear down the rafters in this barn. I mean, the building couldn't hold the weight of this engine. So we ended up having to use the Mini X, and thankfully that was around, because if it wasn't, I don't know what I would have done. An engine hoist was not gonna work on these muddy floors, just not happening. Obviously the rafters didn't hold. I don't know what else I would have done. So thankfully the Mini X was here. But yeah, if I can say anything about this experience, just be ready to lift this stuff. Be ready to move this stuff. Unbolting things, it's easy across the board. Motorcycles, gas engines and cars, diesels, it's all the same. It's just unbolt it, rip it out. But diesels are heavy. You have to be ready to lift that stuff. So I'm gonna drive this stuff home now. It's on the back of the trailer. It's all strapped down really good. And maybe we'll hit the car wash. Maybe we'll hit Canadian Tire and I'll just buy a big jug of degreaser, because it's gonna take a lot. Look at how thick that is in certain spots. It's just like, you gotta get rid of this stuff with basically a chisel. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll chisel it down first, get most of the grease off that way, and then come in with a little bit of a soak down. But either way, this is gonna be a lot of cleaning before paint. But that'll be exciting. So stay tuned, guys. That's it for day 3, and we'll just keep on rolling here. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Day 4. Let's get it. So what's today's plan? Well, we're going to hopefully harvest the axles. That's my plan, at least. We'll see how far we get, because I feel like steering components might be a little bit tricky to take off. Again, we're not really working with a whole lot of tools out here. I was able to borrow a small gas generator, so I can run an impact, and hopefully it's enough to run a grinder. But we're gonna have to just wait and see on that, because first things first, we'll jack this truck up. We'll get some stands underneath it. Selling the wheels and tires off of it this morning, so we got to do that. And then we'll get into the nitty gritty. So bear with me. All right, time for the last job that I'm gonna have to do here. That's harvesting the master cylinder that's attached to the slave cylinder. And that's gonna go hand in hand with removing the pedals. Now, to get the pedals out, you have to drop the steering column. The steering column's not too hard. Just a lot of wires and stuff attached to it. So I'm gonna get this out of here, and then we'll get back to it, guys. Yep, so just as suspected, you pop that little clip off there. The rod comes free off of this this peg, and you're able to twist and pull it out through that hole. Brake side, bit of a different style clip. It looks like this. All you have to do is this tab up by my pinky here, pull that up and it'll push off. So it looks like there's just 4 bolts holding it onto the brake master here. So we'll see what we can do. Actually got the pedals out. They don't come out with the bracket at all. Turns out all the bracketry in here is it's welded into place. So the way it works is the 2 pedals, they hang right here, and this rod is what they hang on. So you have to unbolt the rod. See that tiny bolt hole? There's a tiny hole way up in here too. So you take that bolt out, you're able to slide this rod out, and then the pedals, of course, drop down. So it's a bit of a pain just because it's tight. You know, working under a dash is always tight, but it's definitely doable. If I can do it, you can do it. The last step is getting these 4 big bolts out. That way we can get the master slave cylinder situation. This bracket, this is removable, and we're gonna need that. So we're gonna have to hang that in the Suburban. So that's what we're doing next here, and that should be the last job on this truck. Okay guys, here's that bracket that I was fighting with under the dash. You need this because when you go to mount your clutch setup, obviously this is the stuff that hangs in the firewall, but this end is what goes into the cab, and this guy is what goes through here and twists into place. So you're gonna need that if you're gonna have a functioning clutch. Don't forget to, you know, get all the little stuff. And again, this is why having a complete parts truck is so valuable, because they don't really make these. Actually, I think Metal by Charlie, if you could find that guy on Instagram, I think he reproduces something like this, which is awesome. But you know, if you have a complete parts truck, it makes that much easier. So there you have it. Oh, the end of the parts truck. The next segment you guys are gonna see is probably gonna be the nastiest one for sure. We got to clean up both axles. We got to clean up the engine, transfer case, you know, transmission. They are filthy. Like, it's disgusting. So, yeah, you guys are gonna enjoy watching me suffer through that, and then we get to shift our focus onto the Suburban, and that's gonna be when it gets really exciting. So, stay with me. We'll keep at this and get this swap done. Minutes after leaving the property with the parts truck on it, I stopped to get some gas, soon to be diesel, and look at what the weather has turned into. This gives you guys an idea of what kind of conditions we're working in out there. I mean, the weather is not nice. I mean, sure, it's sunny and beautiful in all the videos, but man, is it bitter cold right now. It's just the nastiest part of spring. So once again, if I can do it, you can do it. Sometimes you got to suffer to earn the reward.